Hey guy or girl, welcome to your complimentary lash application course. I am Alexis, the owner of Lash Lord, and you're getting this course because you purchased the lash from me, and I really do appreciate your purchase. So we're gonna get into this, but first things first, I want you to just breathe and just know that putting on lashes is just supposed to be fun. It's not a big deal. So first I'm going to show you all everything that you will need for this tutorial. If you don't have it yet, go out and get it. It's totally fine. I did include this in the email as well, so if you already got it, good job. If you don't, it's fine. Just go get it and then you can replay the video. Okay, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I have my Lash Lord lashes. I am using the Nikki lash today, which I love this lash. It's so pretty. So pretty. But whatever lash you have, I love them all. I chose them very carefully and I've loved them all at one point. So, okay y'all, so we are up close and personal now. Very up close and personal. So it's going to be a quick clip that's going to show you all how to remove your lashes out of your packaging. Be careful when removing your lashes out. So yeah, just put this to the clip and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I took the lashes out of the packaging. So this is our lash, okay? I have my tweezers and my glue in my hand. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure this lash against my lash to see how long it is and if it will fit comfortably. Now when it comes to applying your lashes, you have to make sure they fit comfortably or they will cause you discomfort if you don't have them, they don't fit correctly. So, but I do know some people that can just put them on, I wear the whole lash and they just prefer that look, but I cut mine down because I wanna have a comfortable fit. So you would apply the lash, put the lash up to your eye. And okay, as you can see, this goes all the way over here, which will make it be uncomfortable when I start to blink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this lash down. Okay, so 9 times out of 10 you're going to cut your Lash Lord lashes down. When I got these from my vendor, I wanted them a little longer because you never know, people's eye shapes are just different. So you will have to cut them down 9 times out of 10. Some people don't, some people will. So it's just really up to you and how you feel comfortable with wearing them. I cut mine because it's more comfortable for me. My eyes are really small, as you can see. Okay, so we put it up. I put it up to my eye. You can do this with your finger as well. It's not a big deal. Just place it on there. And I already know that I need to cut about 3/4 of an inch off of the lash because as you can see, it was all the way over here. Okay guys, so I have my scissors. When you cut up the lash, so make sure you're only cutting the outer corner and not the inner corner. So this is the inner corner, this is the outer corner. The short end is the inner corner, which goes towards the inside of the eye, and then the outside goes towards the outside of the eye, by your ear. So you want to cut where it's longer. So I'm literally going to cut about 3/4 of an inch. I can eyeball it because I just know how to do it. So that's how much I'm cutting off. If you feel more comfortable cutting off a different amount, then cut off a different amount. I would say that a lot in this video, but yeah, just cut off a short amount and then test it and then see. So I already know that is enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on my eye now. I'm using my mirror to look down into. And you see how it no longer goes all the way to the corner of the eye. So this should be a comfortable fit for me. I'm gonna take my duo glue and I'm gonna make I want you all to be able to see, so I have to put my hand right here for it to focus. A little ball like this at the top. And then I apply it to the lash. So I applied the thin layer of glue to the lash. As you can see, this is the thin layer. I will go more into depth on the second eye on how to apply the glue, but this is it. So that's how I apply the glue. It's a thin layer of glue. You may want to put a little extra on the outer corners because the outer corners are where it lifts the most when you initially start learning how to put on lashes if you don't know how to apply them. So we're just going to let this dry. Literally give it 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds to dry. I'm literally going to give it about 10 to 15 seconds to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to apply mascara on my eyelashes. I use mascara because my lashes stick straight out and they are very, very short. So it's just easier for me to be able to just use mascara. And I feel like it lifts your eyes up. Even when I do clients makeup, I always use the mascara because it just lifts the eyelashes up. And then I can apply the lashes way, way, way easier compared to if they just like sticking straight down. So I'm applying the mascara. And you can just use your favorite mascara to do this. It's not a big deal. It could be a cheap mascara, an expensive one. Alright, so our lash glue should be ready by now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down into my mirror. So I'm looking into the mirror and I'm placing the lash. So you have to remember middle, outward, inner, okay? Or you can do middle, inward, outward. It's really up to you. But I place the lash on the middle of my lash like this. So it's on the middle, but it's not secure. Then I take my hand and I place it right there. And then I pull it. I place it as close to the lash line as possible. So what I did was I placed it first in the middle and then I take the, well, you could take the inner. So I do the inner and I put it towards the lash line, and I do the outward and put it towards the lash line. Now you may not get this on the first try. It's totally fine. It's not a big deal. Just keep practicing, because I was not good at applying lashes at first initially, but girl, it takes time, trust me, because I was like really horrible at it. It would be all on my eye. It would be like all on my eyelid. So yeah, so that's it. And you may want to take your finger just to make sure your lashes like are blended with the Flossy. But yeah, so that's that for that one. And we have our lash on. I know it looks so easy. I know it looks so easy, but if you keep practicing, you will get it. I promise you will. It's easy for me because I've been doing it so long. Okay, so we have the other lash. I'm going to show you in depth how to apply the glue and how to take it out of the, well, how to apply the glue and how to cut it. So pay attention to this clip, and then I'll be back to apply the lash. All right, y'all, so we're gonna do this again. So I'm taking the Lash Lord lash, which is the only lash that you should be using anyway. I'm going to remove it from the packaging gently. Gently, gently, gently. This is the lash. We already know that we cut 3/4 of an inch on the other lash, so I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch on this one, which I can kind of eyeball it. If you want to start off short and then figure it out from there. If you want to like cut a little bit and then start going in more and more because you are afraid, just cut a little bit and then test it on the eye and then do it again. So we're taking our lash. I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to zoom in so you can really see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and apply the glue. A thin layer of glue. You may have to practice this a few times because it is kind of hard to get it at first, but I kind of like to push a little bit up, like a little bubble, like that. It's not focusing, but it's a little bubble at the top. Use the bubble to apply the glue. So that's the thin layer that you need in order to get the lash on. You don't need a whole lot of glue, just a thin layer like this. Alright, so if you need to pause this video along the way or anything like that, pause it. I'm gonna be here. It's not that serious. You can replay this. So if you just feel like you need some more assistance or anything like that, just pause, take a deep breath, and we're just practicing. Practicing. But be careful with your lashes because you don't want to mess them up. They will last you 25 wears, 25 to 30 wears depending on how well you take care of them. So you want to take care of them, okay? On this one, I'm going to use tweezers. So when it comes to, you can either use your hand or you can use tweezers. It's really up to you. My niece, when I taught my niece how to apply lashes, she's always used her hand. It's always been easier for her. When I first like really got into putting on lashes, At first I was trying to use my hand, but then when I started to use tweezers, I found that it was easier for me to apply it to my lash line closer, so I will use tweezers. But you just have to play around with it. So try one eye with your hand, try one eye with your tweezers, and then decide like, okay, I think I like it better with tweezers, I think I like it better with my hand. So I'm gonna do this one with tweezers so you can see the difference. Okay, so our glue is tacky. We wait for the glue to dry so they can get tacky. If you apply the glue and then apply it directly to the eye, it's gonna get glue everywhere. So make sure it is tacky first. Okay, so we're doing the same technique. I'm placing the lash in the middle of my eye. So it's just sitting on my eye. And then I'm going to take the outward and apply it to the lash line as close as possible. That will cause the front to lift. So you can do the front first if you want, it's really up to you. And then I place that right there. Now, I don't use tweezers anymore. I use my fingers now that I don't have any nails on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna adjust it just to make sure it's on there correctly though. But I just like to make sure. So I'm just gonna adjust it to make sure that it's on there correctly. And it is a little glue in the front, but it's okay. Trial and error, girl, trial and error. But it will dry dark, so you really won't be able to see it. Okay. Yeah, so excuse that glue, it will dry dark. Okay, so we have our lashes on. So good job if you got the lashes on, even if you feel like they're not on right. As long as you got them on, that's all that matters. So I'm gonna back the camera back a little bit. So this is how it looks. Now lashes amp up your makeup look and just make you look like, so like, oh my God, her eyes look beautiful. So that you won't be discouraged or anything. The first thing is be patient with yourself. Putting on lashes is hard. If you would have saw how I used to apply lashes when I first used to put them on, girl, but I persevered through. So you have to be patient with yourself. Second thing is practice, practice, practice. You have to keep practicing. If you have to watch this video a million times, watch it a million times. If you need more assistance, you can reach out to us at lashlordco@gmail.com and we will help you. Okay, if you need like hands-on, like, oh, I need to know, I need to talk to somebody as I'm applying them, we can assist you. So just reach out to us and we'll be able to help. The last thing is, do not tell yourself that you can't do it. Anything that you put in your mind, you won't be able to do. So you have to tell yourself, I can do this, I can do this, and you will be able to do it. So I hope you all enjoyed this lash tutorial. Okay, I hope you find it to be very, very easy. Don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. Go check out some of our services. If you want to know more just about makeup in general, you can book one of our services and we will teach you anything that you need to know about makeup. Any questions you may have, you can get them answered. It's not a big deal. We will also have makeup application soon. So I'm so excited about that. So I hope you all have a good one. Bye, and thank you once again for your purchase.